What's up, E-Units? This is Case Steel, and welcome to another video for you. So E3 came and went, and a lot of interesting things happened. We got Final Fantasy VII trailers, Link's Awakening, more Pokemon stuff, Keanu Reeves, and, in my opinion, the most important thing, a trailer for the sequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. As a Zelda fan, I am very hyped because Breath of the Wild was amazing, except for the dungeons, but that's it. But let's break down the trailer to see what awesome things may be hidden. Let's take a look. So we start off with this weird green energy swirling around some sort of structure and seems to contain some of that malice goop. The trailer seems to be heavily emphasizing this malice scoop and this weird green energy, and seems like based on the trailer that these are in fact characters instead of just energies. We get a shot of the torch, always nice to see, another shot of the malice scoop and the green energy, and we get shots of adventurers traveling through this dungeon thing. I wonder who they could be! This shot of our unspecified adventurers is particularly interesting because it shows our adventurers refreshing themselves with running water. I'm wondering if they'll be expanding upon the survival mechanics of the first Breath of the Wild game, by highly emphasizing hunger and thirst or something. I'm also curious about this whole setting because it resembles a dungeon, like classic Zelda dungeons. I'm wondering if Nintendo will bring them back for Breath of the Wild 2. I sure hope so because I miss them. These divine beasts that were in the first game were not my favorite. They weren't terrible and they did offer interesting concepts, but they were at best glorified shrines rather than real dungeons like in Skyward Sword or even Link Between Worlds. But continuing on, we see this shot of the malice consuming a rat. To start off, well, that wasn't nice, don't do that. But I like this because rats symbolize darkness and grittiness and more matureness. This makes me excited because I've been wanting a darker Zelda game for a while. Sure, Breath of the Wild was dark, but we haven't really gotten a truly dark Zelda game since Twilight Princess. We get another shot of this dungeon thing and we get our shot of the heroes. We got Zelda and Link sporting their champion tunics and some Hylian gear like the hood. Although Link looks normal in this shot, Zelda has short hair, which is interesting because it makes her look more like an adventurer. I'm wondering if this means that Zelda will play a larger role in this game compared to the first Breath of the Wild game. Could she play a Sheik-like role, a mentor role, a sidekick, or better yet, could she be a player character finally? I'm hoping for the last one honestly because I would like to play as Zelda outside of a sidekick character. I mean, this is her series, it is called The Legend of Zelda and not The Adventure of Link or something. Besides, in my opinion, it'll be pretty cool to play as Zelda through all these dungeons, fighting bosses, and taking down Ganondorf or something. It mixes things up a little bit, but that's just me. We get another shot of this thing and a shot of a carcass or something interesting, and it has a hand holding it. The carcass seems to have long red hair and Gerudo-like clothing on it. It resembles the male Gerudo clothing you could wear in Breath of the Wild. The hand reminds me of that light energy from Twilight Princess, like the light globes you have to take to power up your Master Sword. That's what it resembles. The corpse seen here is most likely Ganondorf's, considering everything seen and based on what theorists suggest. It seems likely that Ganondorf might make a return, which is nice because it's been quite some time since we've seen Ganondorf. I don't think we've seen the guy since Twilight Princess, but in that case, what is this hand? Is it a friend or is it a foe? This shot here shows Link absorbing the light energy or something in his arm. Could this mean that the light energy is a sidekick character? It would be nice to see a sidekick character after a long time. We get a shot of the malice shooting at some structure. A shot of what appears to be Link and Zelda grabbing each other's hands. A shot of what appears to be a dungeon entrance, which would be nice because I want to see dungeons again. a shot of the light hand grabbing what appears to be Link's arm, to which the hand appears very thin and bony. Interesting. A shot of a silhouette of what appears to be the light hand grabbing Ganondorf's corpse? Maybe the hand shot something at Ganondorf considering the pose he's making? Hard to say. The light is emanating from that swirly thing, which is interesting. A shot showing Link and Zelda being separated by collapsing ground. This makes me think of Dinosaur Plant, but it probably doesn't mean that much in the overall game. It just reminded me of that for some reason. I just wanted to tell you all. Perhaps the collapse leads to this scene where Zelda finds maybe Ganondorf's corpse. And the hand is twitching. That's not good. And we see Zelda getting shocked because Ganondorf maybe comes to life? Wait, hold on a sec. So if this is Ganondorf, this game is suggesting that Calamity Ganon comes back to life. Huh. Now I'm wholly interested. You got my attention, Nintendo. And we get this shot of the overworld in which we see Hyrule Castle lifting off, it seems. Huh. So like Paper Mario. Considering the light hand, Hyrule Castle lifting off, the malice, which resembles hell in a way, could this game have a spirit theme, almost like Spirit Tracks, but in a more heaven-hellish way? I don't know what they have in mind. We'll have to see what happens, but consider me interested, Nintendo. I want to see what you're going to do with this game. And we get the glowy green thing again with this message that the sequel is now in development, which is cool, of course. Holy crackers, you guys, we're getting a sequel to Breath of the Wild. That's amazing. I mean, Breath of the Wild wasn't that perfect of a game, and it's not really my favorite, but it was an amazing game regardless. And to see that a sequel is being made is like, holy crackers, this is great. I want to buy it as soon as possible. One thing Breath of the Wild appears to have been was a deconstruction of the Zelda formula. It basically takes everything that made Zelda and deconstructs the idea completely. And we also went back to the original roots of Zelda, which was, a sort of open world format, where you can just go wherever and complete the game however you wanted. However, based on what appears to be the dungeons returning, the Light Hand, which might be a sidekick character, Ganondorf being resurrected, which is just insane, Hyrule Castle taking off, which is also insane, I'm wondering if this is going to be a reconstruction of the Zelda formula, which would be pretty nice because I would like to see Nintendo learn from what they've done with Breath of the Wild and rebuild Zelda into a new form. That would be pretty cool. To be honest, I think they should follow Link Between Worlds' footsteps. That is a perfect way to make a Zelda game. Just apply the open world format to it. That's just what I'm suggesting. It's linear, but not too linear. It's also non-linear. It's a perfect middle ground between linear and non-linear. Just apply the open world format and you got the perfect Zelda game in my opinion. I also noticed that they're reusing a lot of assets from Breath of the Wild, which is interesting because it seems like they're taking a Majora's Mask approach to development, where they reuse a lot of assets from Breath of the Wild, and then they just make a new game out of it, maybe even some unused concepts. If anything, based on information that was just released, it seems like the circumstances behind the development of this game are similar to the circumstances behind Majora's Mask, in which this game is being developed because there were two main DLC ideas for Breath of the Wild. This is exciting because it suggests that the wait time for this game will be significantly shorter than the wait time for Breath of the Wild, and you all know how long that took. Although a release date has not been revealed, people are suggesting that a holiday 2020 release is likely due to the way the game is being developed with the recycled assets. I agree that a holiday 2020 release is likely. I also believe this because if what Al Numa said is correct, this game was in development since 2017, immediately-ish after Breath of the Wild was complete. So they had 2 years so far. I'm not saying that this game should be rushed or anything, but I believe holiday 2020 is a reasonable release date. But regardless, I am very excited for this game. I am looking forward to playing it when it comes out. And here's hoping that we get another amazing Zelda game. But anyway, until next time, this is K-Steel signing out. I'll see you all later. This was a Kobalt Steel video by MS Bernie. Like, comment, and subscribe if you liked what you saw. Until next time, see you all later.